Hi, everyone. Welcome, English 9B students. This is a recording of an explanation of how to complete the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on Instagram. First of all, there were a lot of comments about the fact that many of you don't have an Instagram account, and I just want to make it clear that you do not have to actually go onto Instagram and make an account or have an account. You are simply pretending to be Dr. Martin Luther King on Instagram, and all of the activity that you will perform for this assignment is actually on a PowerPoint. So the PowerPoint is available on the plan. The template is there. It's also in the class announcements. So if you click on those links, it will allow you to download this actual template that I'm using today. So first of all, we're considering what if Martin Luther King Jr. had Instagram. So we know that Instagram, I don't think, was around when Martin Luther King Jr. was alive, and of course he was killed at a very young age, at the age of 39. But what if we imagined that he was alive today and he had an Instagram account? What sort of things do you think he would share? What type of images would he share with his followers? How might he use the images and captions to share his important message? And basically, what would he say? And so, if you look to the left here, this is an image of what it might look like on Instagram. So he has a picture here of himself. The line here represents his handle, or what he would call his account. There is space to post images and posts, things that he would want to say. And you can see that people reading his post could fill out the heart there and like it. And one of the things we did in class yesterday was to think about people who would agree with Martin Luther King Jr. and what he had to say and show. And so we talked about Sojourner Truth, Barack Obama, Rosa Parks, Abraham Lincoln. So people from the present, people from the past, and you'll be able to fill out the heart and then just say liked by. So you would put the names in there. You could also respond, and this little arrow means you're going to share it with someone, but of course you can't do that. So the steps to success here are listed. So you'll put your name on the back of his post. You'll add MLK's Instagram handle to the top so it goes right here. So it could be his real name. You could give him a nickname of sorts. So one of the things I did in the class announcements was to post a sample, and I called him Martin Luther King Jr. Peace Man. So consider, after having read his speech, or if you do a little Googling about Martin Luther King Jr., you can learn about the things that he believed in, his value system. We talked about that yesterday when we examined his I Have a Dream speech. So, what are some of the things? What's the message you think he would want to share? What would he say? And so you're going to type that message into the box here. And then you're going to look for an image that supports that message. So you'll have to go on the internet, Google images, and look for images of Martin Luther King, perhaps marching, giving a speech, uh, helping others, etc. So you'll put an image and his message there, and then you'll add the liked. So name a few people who might like his message. Now, as you begin this assignment, you can pick the score that you'd like. So, first of all, to earn an A, you need to create 5 believable and reflective of the speech posts. And so you're going to fill out 5 of these types of slides. To earn a B, you need to create 4 believable and reflective of the speech posts. And to earn a C, you need to create 3 believable and reflective of the speech posts. So you get points for how many slides you put, basically 3 slides per informational slide. And then you're going to get to the end of the template and you'll see that there is a slide that looks like this. And no matter what grade you want, you must fill out this particular slide. So all grades must complete the reflection and what if sections, and that's worth 5 points. So you can get up to 20 points for this assignment based on what score you would like. So again, you're going to fill out the slides that look like that. Now, we've talked about plagiarism in English 9 before, and I want to talk about how to avoid plagiarism in this assignment. So the post should contain plausible or believable messages that King might post on Instagram. You can't just simply go to his I have a dream speech or something that you find in your research on the internet. You just can't copy and paste and put those in as his message. You have to put those ideas into your own words. So you can paraphrase, you might summarize, etc. And any posts that are copied, so I will be using Turnitin or other plagiarism checkers. So any posts that are simply copied and pasted will be considered plagiarism. And once I see any part plagiarized, I'm going to put a note in the feedback section that you do have plagiarized material, and I'm going to put a 0 in the grade book, and I'm going to send it right back to you and ask you to fix it. So remove anything that's been plagiarized, and then you can send it back in. So no plagiarizing. So let's talk about this particular slide, the reflection slide. So you'll put your name here. That's how I know whose project it is. And there are 2 boxes here. One is the My Reflection box, and the other is What If. And what do you put in each of those boxes? If you look to the right, here is what goes in the My Reflection box. So you want to reflect on his message. So first of all, reflect on the message in your own words. What does the message mean to you? So when you put all your slides together and you look at the things that Dr. King would put on Instagram, the things he would say, what do you feel is his overall message? And what does that mean to you? And how does it inspire you? And how has this learning activity impacted you? So yesterday in class, there were some comments that, well, I understand what he's saying, but it doesn't have anything to do with me. And if you would put such a response into the reflection part, that's going to be rejected. Because as we discussed in class yesterday, whether you've experienced racism or discrimination, at some point in your life, you've already probably discriminated against, not because of the color of your skin, but perhaps because of your age, perhaps because of your gender, perhaps of your abilities, your physical abilities. So think about that message in terms of how certain groups of people are discriminated against. Perhaps you have a grandmother who experienced genderism, where because she was a woman, she couldn't do certain things. Or perhaps you've been into a store of some sort and you've been discriminated against because you're a teenager, and people that work at the store don't trust teenagers. So always be aware of the fact that society is filled with negative isms, and that you have or will have, or a friend of yours has experienced discrimination because of these isms. So we're all always impacted by these types of things. So that's how you address the my reflection box. And then in the what if box, you're going to consider deep thoughts. So, uh, what if Martin Luther King Jr. had lived past the age of 39? So let's say he hadn't been assassinated and that he was still alive today. What do you think he could have accomplished with more time? And how would his impact be on the world? How would the world be a little different? Or maybe it wouldn't be different. Would we have the chaos and division that we currently have in the United States today? So consider those things and put your answer in the what if section. Now, when you're proofreading your project, you can eliminate some of the slides. For instance, here's your title slide. You'll want to keep that one, but you could eliminate the direction slide. You could eliminate the pick your score slide. You could eliminate the plagiarism slide, so that you're just leaving the introductory slide and the informational slides, however number you chose, and then that final reflection slide. So your task is to work on this on the plan. So I'm going to screen share here with you. So here's your course login page, and we'll go to the plan here. And you'll see that you're working on this project on Tuesday, February 21st through Friday, February 24th. So you have 4 days. That's about 4 hours. And it's due this Friday, the, the 24th of February. So plenty of time to do a really good job. This is usually one of the favorite assignments in English 9. So I hope you enjoy this project. I hope you learn to appreciate one of America's finest citizens who worked for people that needed help. He worked for Blacks to make sure that they had equal access to all the gifts that America has. Enjoy. Thank you. Bye-bye.